Welcome back. You're at LA Talk Live, where we're more than just talking. This is Talk Up Your Biz, Speak Your Way to More Profits with Susan Levin and Jean Noel Bassiar. And our first guest today is Jack Kinnifick, and he's one of our new speakers and has just joined us. And he is telling us that his passion is to empower people with the confidence and vitality to achieve a higher quality of life. He has had an 11-year career as a CPA before he realized that life is too short not to do what you love. So welcome, Jack. We're glad that you're on the call with us.
Thank you for having me.
On the show. It's not even a call. It's live. We get to see you.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Good. So I think Jean Noel has a couple questions here for you.
I must ask.
You're fascinated.
How do you go from being a CPA to a fitness
That's
trainer?
That's a good question.
It's kind of bizarre, isn't it?
It is bizarre, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's gives us all hope. So.
Well, I come from a whole family of CPAs. My father's a
Ah.
CPA, my sister, my brother-in-law, my mom's an accountant.
No kidding.
Yeah, so
What
it runs
does your
in the
wife
blood.
do?
I'm single right now.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
off
I
the
thought I heard
market
you
right
say you
now.
had kids.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, so come
Watch
from a
out,
whole family of
CPA women.
CPAs.
So did you just like drift into the business because everybody else was?
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what to do when I was a kid, but I always had this vision of helping masses of people, even when I was 12 years old. So it's a wonderful profession. It's a great opportunity to really help people. People's lives are so closely tied to their finances.
Right.
So you have the opportunity to help people with their finances. It can really change people's lives. But it just wasn't for me. I wasn't doing what I was put on the planet to do. So I jumped ship at 35 and started a whole new career.
So were you working out and sort of is that how you got into it?
Yeah, I've always been into fitness. I was kind of a geek when I was in high school, so I never really played sports. And so I thought, well, this is something that I can do on my own, and just always was into just being healthy and being fit. So just wanted to kind of pass that on to other people and help them improve the quality of their lives.
I wonder too, you talk about dieting, about
Yes.
you're tired of fad diets, yo-yo dieting. Is this from a personal experience?
Yeah, I have struggled with weight my entire
Ah.
life. I have gained and lost weight countless times, and I have tried so many different techniques.
Join the
and
clubs.
Oh yeah, we all have.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the whole industry is dependent on us continuing to fail and having to buy new programs, new products,
Right.
and so I just tried it so much, and I finally was able to achieve some success, and I wanted to kind of pass those skills on to other people.
And what are they?
Well, here's the key. We are constantly trying to search for external solution to external solution, and most people that I have trained and met in the last 9 years, the conversation is the same. We are overwhelmed with things that we have to take care of: kids, the job, the mortgage, the bills. And most people that I have spoken to in the last 9 years, they end up putting everybody else first and put themselves last.
Right.
It seems like there's never any time to work out.
Really, yeah. And then we grab whatever is available, and
Right.
there's a number of different reasons why we all are overweight. We turn to food as a, as
Emotional.
kind of emotional eating to fill the emptiness inside, and to be completely honest, a lot of it is just laziness and apathy, which that's the truth.
Well, as you get into worse physical shape, then you need the sugar hit, right? To kind of keep you revved up and keep you going, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a spiral, isn't it?
Absolutely, it's a big
Cycle.
You'll get that sugar spike, and then you crash, and then you
Right.
want more.
And you gain
But-
weight.
Oh, you gain huge weight. And the biggest obstacle most people face is not having enough time to eat
Right.
properly. You get up, you're going 100 miles an hour in the morning, you fly out the door, you're thinking about your day, and then before you know it, it's 12 o'clock and you haven't eaten, and you're
I
starving.
know that one.
hmm
So what are some tips that you offer to people?
Yeah, the main philosophy is I want to learn everything about your life and your schedule and your tastes, your body type, and then making tiny turns to the screws to just adjust your lifestyle so in such small steps that you barely even notice it. So it's not a hindrance on your lifestyle.
Right.
And people
good.
don't understand the math, how quickly the numbers add up, the calories add up over the course of time. I had a I had a lady that I was talking to about 2 months ago. She's 62, lovely lady, and she tells me about this article that she read in a magazine about making these little changes can add up to a huge difference in your life. So she has this one thing. She has a cup of coffee with a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream on top. That's kind of her treat. So she goes from a tablespoon to a teaspoon. So it's 80 calories versus 30. Not that big of a deal, 50 calories a day. But 50 calories a day in a month is 1,500 calories a month, 18,000 calories in a year.
Wow.
And that's about 5 pounds of fat. And sure enough, she lost 10 pounds in a year doing nothing else.
Really?
And she's 62.
Wow.
So she's postmenopausal, which is a completely different ballgame. And so people just don't understand. You can make these little tiny tweaks. It really adds up to a big difference.
What's a good thing to eat for breakfast if you're on the run?
Okay, so it has to be something that's pretty portable. So if you can eat oatmeal, great, but something that is portable and easy to fix. So something like a piece of whole grain bread or toast with a little bit of reduced fat peanut butter for some good fat. You can have that and fly out the door. Or maybe some fruit with maybe some eggs if you can have the time to eat it. But typically most people, they're flying out the door. So.
Well, I make a drink every day. I have a NutriBullet that a lot of people
You like
have.
that?
I love my NutriBullet.
Does it taste good?
Oh, they have all different things that
I've
you
never
can
heard
do.
of
It took a
that.
while for it to taste good, didn't it?
No, for you maybe.
me, yeah.
Is
'cause
that a
I gave
protein
Jean
shake?
Noel
Is that a protein shake?
You make your own drink, and it comes with an incredible book, and it tells you all the combinations of the fruits and the vegetables or combos.
Wow.
But my favorite thing is with the fruit, and I put my protein powder in it. I put my flaxseed in it. I put I forget I can't remember the other thing. What's the black thing? Chia seeds. Thank you, Madonna Jones. And I put frozen fruit in and a banana. And I used coconut milk, just a little bit, and then add water to it, and or almonds in it. It's really
potassium.
good.
Yeah, so
And
you're
I drink
getting
the whole thing.
Yeah, you're getting the carbohydrates for
Yeah.
energy, and you're getting the protein,
Right.
which you've got to have protein in the
Right.
morning. That's critical, and that'll help you suppress your appetite because you're giving the
It
body
does.
what it's asking for.
Yeah, when
is
I eat
protein.
eggs in the morning, I'm not hungry for.
You're not hungry.
No.
Yeah.
But
that's
are you
good.
eating eggs?
No. Sometimes I do.
And see, and
Do
that's,
you even eat breakfast? I don't even know that.
Well, I work out a lot. I mean, I have to say, and I don't eat sugar, and I go through, I fall off the wagon, but basically, I have learned that when I get into that cycle that I'm kind of asking you about, and I want to get back to your tips, but I've learned that I reach for the sugar when I kind of fall off the wagon, and that starts the whole cycle downward. So what I want to ask you is, you talk about breaking the cycle.
Yes.
Could you explain that?
Yes, breaking the cycle, going from one product to another product, one solution to another solution, desperately trying to lose the weight. And most of the time we end up achieving some short-term success, but more often than not we end up falling off because we can't integrate that nutrition plan, that diet into our long-term lives. So no matter how effective a program might be, if you can't imagine sticking to that for the next 10, 20 years, then it's not formatted for your life.
You're going to fall off.
You're going
right?
to fall off.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. Life is great. Life is wonderful, obviously, but life is hard. And inevitably, every one of us is going to be dealing with the death of a family member, a friend, or loved one. We lose our job. Money's tight. We're worried about our kids making the right choices. And for most of us, when we're going through those tough times, we get up every morning and we put our clothes on and we go to work and we do our job and we portray this outward projection of having it all together. But outside of all of that, we typically will shut our emotions down just to get through it. And those are the times when we need to have the mental tools and the mindset to get through that and not let ourselves go. And that usually takes somebody that's holding your hand and giving you the love and attention that you need to get through it.
So are you saying that it's much deeper than food in the way you work with
It's in your
people?
head. It's right here.
That's right. You were
Yeah.
saying that your mindset can save you hundreds of dollars a year, right?
Oh, it can save you more than that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Most people, they're spending money on all these diets or nutrition plans, and this $500 billion a year industry, if all of those plans out there if they actually worked, and I'm not talking about short term, if they worked in the long term, the entire industry would be dead in 5 years because they would be eliminating the demand for their own products.
Spoken like a true CPA.
Right.
and
forget about the money. Forget about that. It's most people get it physically. Like physically, I know what I have to do. If I were to ask you what is some of the basic things you should be doing, we all know. I should ride my bike more. I should walk a few times a week. I should eat more fruits and vegetables and less processed food, drink plenty of water. But it's the emotional part that we all struggle with. Absolutely.
Right, because that can destroy my fitness regime, this overwhelmed stress, all that stuff. So it sounds like you get to the root of that with your clients?
That's right. It all starts right here. Absolutely.
So last week when we were speaking on the phone, we were looking at different audiences that you could speak to. And Jack was saying, well, who do you think I can speak to? And in his speaker listing, we know that he wants to speak to busy professionals, working mothers, corporations, business groups, churches, and so on. But you have to start with groups that you already know. So we came up with the idea, well, why don't let's go back to the CPAs. I think they could use some help, and the lawyers.
Right.
And we talked about how you could do that by getting the local. Did you get the Business Journal?
I did, and that was great. Yeah, I just got that. I was actually out for a few days, but that's on my list of things to do. Yeah, because I get it. I'm no stranger to the 90-hour work week, and it can be really draining emotionally, physically. And so I know what those busy professionals have gone through. I did it for 11 years.
Right. So that's so perfect. So when you reach out to them, and this is a pure example of you using your expertise and your past experience to reach out to the clients that you already know who need to hear your message because you jumped ship.
I did.
And you want to take them on a new journey so that they don't have to be challenged or suffering or have a heart attack.
Oh my goodness, that's the hard part. Yeah. It's not just the weight, it's the physical, the heart attacks, the diabetes, all those things that can come back and haunt you later.
Yeah, which is really
life.
challenging.
Mm-hmm.
So
this is a great hook. It's like combining those two, don't you think?
That's what we're saying.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like the Clark Kent, Superman, the quiet, unassuming CPA, undercover here.
It is an unusual combination. Yes. My family thought I was nuts when I told them I wanted to.
But
change.
Like you said, you're living your passion.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want for everybody. And when people say to us, "What should I speak about?" I don't have anything to speak about. I say, "What are you passionate about?"
That's right.
And then we have to drill down and find out, what you're passionate about.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer that everybody is issued certain talents and gifts along with your lungs and your pancreas and all of that, and it's our obligation to do as much good in the world with those gifts with the time we've got, whether it's 30 years or 60 years or whatever. And again, I wasn't doing what I was put here to do.
But you are now.
I love it.
It's so
Never
nice when
back.
someone realizes that. So what's a tip that you can give somebody that they could do tomorrow? Like you said, I think the one is good is just cut out some calories. Anything physical, exercise-wise? Or?
I have this great routine that literally takes 5 minutes.
Oh,
and it's
I want to hear.
Yeah, I mean, think of it. I am a 45-year-old single mother of 2 kids, and I'm working 40 hours a week, and I am trying to juggle the job, the kids, the mortgage, and my ex-husband's not paying his child support, and I'm trying to deal with my aging parents. I can take 10 minutes for myself at the end of the day, and I'm watching my favorite show on TiVo, and in between on the commercials, instead of fast forwarding, I can take those 5 minutes to do some simple squat presses or jumping jacks. And really that adds up to a big deal. If you're not doing anything right now, that's a big deal. And you just start with that. Yeah, that's all you do. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have to do it in the morning. If I don't go to the gym or get out and walk, then I don't do it, because I get involved with the day. So I have to schedule it.
So you're not a power lifter. You don't work out 3 hours a day.
No. Are you kidding? Do I look it?
You do. Just do what you can, whatever fits in with your lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. Sometimes I lay in bed in the morning and do the exercises.
Mm-hmm.
that I've been told to do.
The most important thing is consistency. So people ask me this all the time, Jack, what's the best workout? And my answer is always the same. It's whatever you enjoy, whatever fits in with your schedule and your lifestyle, and because you have to be consistent.
I appreciate that, because I
Yeah.
don't like to be, told what to do, or you have to do this or you have to do that, because then it makes me very rigid.
Yeah.
And I
So you're stubborn like me.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ask my friends over here. Yeah.
Stubborn you? Really?
No, not stubborn. Triple Scorpio, not stubborn. No.
But very powerful.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful that LA Fitness and some of the other gyms are open till midnight, because
She's the night owl.
I cram it
Wow.
in sometimes. I
Good
do,
for you.
at the
You're a
end of the
better
day.
person than me. Wow.
If they weren't, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, at least you're doing it. You're ahead of most people.
If I go nuts. If I don't work out, I go nuts. I just go stark raving nuts.
Yeah, I've done that too. I mean, I've had a trainer myself, and if I don't work out after about a week or so, I feel like I'm going batty in my head.
Yeah. I just,
You need those endorphins.
it's whatever it is. And sometimes also
Yeah.
I found, just along the lines of what you're saying, is not to be too rigid myself, because sometimes I'll go like, okay, I've got to hit the gym for an hour, and then it's like half an hour, and sometimes I've talked myself out of going, but
Yeah.
I've discovered if I just go in and do the half an hour is great. I mean,
big. It's a
it
big
works.
deal.
20 minutes is great.
Yeah, and I tell my clients that part of the process, part of moving forward, is moving back, taking steps back, and allowing yourself
Baby
to.
steps.
That's right, because inevitably
Yeah,
you will
one
slip
step
up.
at a- Yeah.
You'll go to a family function,
Yeah.
or you'll eat whatever you want, or you'll go for a few days without working out, and allowing yourself to do that and say, okay, I'm human, and not
Pick it up again.
not
I know that syndrome.
not letting the guilt consume you.
Right.
That's
I know
moving
it.
forward.
Yes.
So that's
So
part
very
of it.
good. Very good.
Thank you so much for being with us.
It's great being here. Thanks for having me.
And how do
You're
people
welcome.
get in contact
right.
with you?
Oh, my website is balancedlifefitness.com, and my phone number is area 949-254-6566. Just give me a call.
Say that one more time.
949-254-6566.
You sound like a fantastic personal trainer. You
I
really
love
do.
what I do. Thank you.
call
And he's
him,
in
folks.
Orange County also for our southern people. And thank you, Kim Summers Eccles, for introducing us to Jack. It's been a kick.